Hello people of the YouTubes, Markus here playing Receiver by Wolfire Games. So this here that I'm playing, this is a game, see? And I've already made that joke plenty of times. I still think it's funny. I think it's sort of it's a very effective thing to state the very obvious, in that a channel like completely devoted to gameplay in its current state, a channel currently completely devoted to gameplay, would be showing games, sort of acting as though that weren't the most obvious thing about like anything I do with my life. Bullets is funny. So now that I've completely, now that I've done everything in my power to explain this game, not this game though, but the joke, actually, I'm gonna try to explain the game. So this is a game called Receiver, and its founding principles are realistic gunplay, and that's it. Yeah, realistic gunplay, with the guns provided, suspense. Because you are a weak, feeble, fleshy mortal, and anything hitting you once will kill you. And there's also a story thing with these tapes that you may see up in the corner. This isn't a Slender Clone thing. You're not supposed to get 11, and then the more you get, the more furious the unseen entity that you can shoot at gets. That's not the case. The entities you can shoot at, you can very much see. They are called kill drones, and they react by death. As we find some of the tapes here, you'll get some insight into the story. I'm only really going to do one successful playthrough of each gun to give you a little bit of a taste of how they work, and also tell you about how the guns are operated throughout the process. Also going to see if I have, yep, now I've turned the volume up, there we go. I had the volume down earlier because I was playing this with a music montage in the background. So now, can you hear that noise? That buzzing and sound of rotors? That's a kill drone. That's a flying drone, or a shock drone, or a stun drone. I'm not even sure what you'd call it, but it's this robot that flies. It's this robot that flies. And the flying robot will try to kill you. And can you see that little blue light on the wall? That's a turret sensor! When that passes over your hiding spot around the corner, you come out from behind the corner and you realize that your gun is in safety mode, despite that, like, effectively not being possible. Like, what the hell? I'm pressing there. For some reason, getting it off of safety doesn't always work. So you see that the guns don't work too well. So as you can see, there's 0 crosshairs. It's all your gun. There's also 0 hands, because hands would A, be difficult to implement, and B, because to actually animate those hands you would need a lot of delays between pressing buttons and the actions being done. So to avoid that ugliness, they've actually just completely not used hands at all, which I think is a good idea, because it just streamlines the process so much. Basically, how you work the gun is, I'm just going to stand here and demonstrate all this. Apparently I can't even put it on safe mode unless the thing is cocked. And wow, okay. The hammer's cocked, yeah. Also, yes, if there are any actual gun enthusiasts in the audience today, I do notice that the safety isn't actually displayed correctly as working here. It's supposed to clamp into that little slot. You see that pin moving? It's supposed to clamp up into that little slot in the slide and hinder movement. My very baseline knowledge about guns aside, you've got in this game a help screen that you access by pressing the button directly down and right from P on your keyboard. and it basically teaches you how to use the guns in pretty much nothing short of an innovative fashion. You've got all these actions that you can do in total, and it highlights the ones that in the weapon's current state you are actually able to do. So right now we can aim the weapon, but we can do that by holding the right mouse button or tapping Q. Both are completely valid and effective. So what it's telling us to do is toggle the safety. Now it doesn't know what we can do, so we bring it up and it doesn't tell us we can fire, probably because that would waste bullets, and bullets are... this is sort of a bullet conservation game, even though I've got like, what, a bunch? Okay, I can't check this way. Anyway. Let's see, I can eject the magazine, I can insert the magazine, I can pull back the trigger, pull back the hammer, and I can release the hammer through a button combination that isn't displayed. Pull back hammer, toggle safety, release slide lock, T, and that's, for example, we can do this. Now we've slide locked it, now I press T to release it. Now I can grab the bullet and then hide around the corner because I nearly got shot. Nearly got shot! And then we realize, oh, our clip is now missing a bullet. Our magazine is now missing a, let's see, insert bullet in magazine. Okay, so I guess I am using the right terminology just about. Our magazine was missing a bullet because we just like ejected it out of the chamber and got another one in there because we're dumb. So now we fill the magazine up again. We also see if this magazine is full. It is. This gun that we're using is an 11. Also, this is what you do when you press T and you hold R. As standard, R is reload, as you will be able to see at the top of the screen, because I'm just going to render this up that high. If you hold T while you press R to reload, you will pull the slide back only half of the way necessary to reload, and then you will see if there's a bullet in there, which is important because there's zero other indication that there is a bullet in there, aside from, you know, checking and your memory. And you can press C, check the magazine, check out how many bullets are in there. And I've always had trouble counting the bullets on the 1911 Beretta or whatever this was called. I forgot its name, but it's a 1911 something, and it's good. I think it's my favorite gun in the game, but only very barely. There's three handguns in the game that you can use. You are given them at random with a random number of magazines and a random number of bullets at the start, but it's pretty balanced overall. Only basically because you can kill things in either like 8 bullets or 1 bullet, depending on how accurately you can fire them. So this is totally a first-person shooter, but it defies expectations in the sense that there's plenty of first person, there's that much shooting, there's flashlights everywhere. Just rearranging my inventory. And, oh look, it's a flying kill drone. They're kind of wobbly as fuck, but they're also dangerous as fuck. As you'll notice, this one still has its camera active. So if I walk in front of it, it's probably going to try to stun me. So I'm going to shoot its camera so that I can't, like, trip over it. And then it will kill me if I trip over it. Oh! Fuck you. So I'll just demonstrate the weak points for you here. Basically, as soon as I teach you how this game works, you won't need nobody's help. So first of all, this is the flying stun drone. You got its taser, you got its camera, you got its rotors working in the opposite directions. Now the weak points on this bastard are obviously the rotors and this thing. So if you're firing from above, which you will do a lot of the time, the rotors are a safe bet, especially if they're flying towards you. They will mostly reveal their upper rotor to you. And if you're firing from above and they've yet to notice you, then the camera should be a good thing to focus on. Overall, these guys are small. If you can just hit them, odds are you'll kill them in 3 or 4 shots. Now these guys are a bit less agile. You'll notice that they're bolted to the floor. They're not bolted to the floor though. It only slightly looks like they're bolted to the floor. They're completely open physics objects that you can walk through. You can walk through all of them. They got their camera, they got their gun, they got their, what's it called? Engine, motor. So what you can do is you can shoot the motor. That was supposed to make it stop moving. It didn't. There we go. Now it did. Now it stopped moving because I busted its motor. So pretty much you can ruin the motor by shooting anything in this area, and you can ruin the camera by shooting anything in that box, and the gun by shooting anything in this box or on that pole. And I have no fucking clue what this does. I don't know what happens when you shoot this. Maybe the gun breaks. I don't know. Don't trust me on that. So what we've done now is we've completely emptied our magazine, but we still have a bullet in there, so we could just fill this back up real quick by holstering our gun and then tapping Z with the magazine in hand. Z is the general reload key, and E is the general unreload key, used for ejecting and dropping magazines if you need to reload real quick. G is to pick items up. I just picked a tape up through the wall. So well fucking done me. This game is a bit buggy in that sense.
In this state, he will be able to see realities in their true form and transcend normal human limitations. Although some of the receivers we choose to speak through are advanced in their ability, no human has yet achieved this awakened state. Humans exist in two worlds. In reality B, they live and work in their shadow bodies. In reality A, they are asleep, their minds unconcerned and roaming free. But humans have the unrealized potential to exist fully in both realities. It is this reason why humans are threatened. If even one of them achieved an awakened state, they would see beyond the horizon of all known understanding.
It's pretty cool stuff. Apparently it's Buddhism-y, which is totally a word. I wouldn't know. I have never delved into Buddhism that much. But someone did, and someone reviewed the game who did, so there you go. Referencing other people's reviews who probably did it better than me. How dare I? I dare. So this is the latest build of the game. It has been for a while. And it probably will be for a while. Wolfire has other things to be dealing with. Sadly, they probably won't be doing much more with this game, however much I would like them to. Basically, using these guns in this game is an amazing experience. And when I say that, I mean that it's amazingly annoying to learn, first of all, but then when you get it after about 6 months, of course it doesn't actually take that long, I'm just trolling. When you actually learn all of these things that you can do, it gets so much better. Oh my god. It'll take some guessing first when you start off in terms of which buttons you actually need to push to get these commands on the help menu, because they either aren't set up for a European keyboard, or they aren't set up for my European keyboard. I'm not sure about the details, but for example, my holster weapon key is not tilde, whatever we would like to have me believe. It is in fact U, a letter in the Estonian alphabet, but on my keyboard, the key immediately to the right of P, and small indiscrepancies like that. Pretty much check in the region of the left of your space key to find everything vague that you don't think seems to work elsewhere. So aside from the gun mechanics here, it's pretty standard FPS stuff, except, you know, much more tense because these guys can kill you in a single hit, which you will see that, and I will get very mad. Or, you know, I'll just finish the game in one fucking run and spoil the whole thing for you, except for that one audio tape that I kind of talked over. G to take bullets off the ground, by the way. In case you were wondering, in case that wasn't up there in the corner. Alright. What we're gonna do now is keep moving and see this guy and shoot this guy. And that guy too. And then we're gonna fill up the magazine. And then we're gonna insert the magazine. And look at all of these, and then we're like, we fired a bunch. We have much less ammo now. And then we leave. This is a world rendered out in pre-made 3-floor chunks. This is the the middle of the 3 floor heights, and we are about to shit. We're about to get chased. We're about to ascend to the 3rd floor height. As soon as I see this guy and shoot his dick off. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, what's up? Hey! Hey! Fuck you. Shit. Is it a turret in here? No, there isn't. Oh, that's just this guy noticing me because he's fucking stupid and has a camera, and that's someone messaging me because they're fucking stupid and have a camera. Actually, it's Jonathan, my good friend.
Some receivers believe the message but are unable to hear the source themselves. We have developed a mind tech called Clear Tape to aid in your receiving.
Thank you, buddy.
Your subconscious mind has been eroded by dangerous, addictive media.
What a furious dick. Fuck you.
We will trick your mind using its conditioned response to your advantage. By providing the correct external cues, Clear Tape provides a way to reduce the symptoms of media damage. You will have to execute a Clear Tape. Put the tape into your tape deck and press play.
No! We died. Several sessions. Now we get the exact same gun. That's annoying, which means I might edit this out. Ball sex. Well, since I'm editing anyway, I'm gonna just tab out for a sec. Boom.